Jim, can I get your assessment of tonight's game at Solihull?
Yeah, strange one really. I don't really know how we've lost the game. We wasn't overly stressed at all. I wouldn't say. I don't really remember Lou having to do too much. I think the overriding takeaway for me is I don't know how we haven't scored tonight. We had probably 4 really good chances. And sometimes they just do happen in football. Sometimes in some games it seems to happen all at once, where you have collective good chances and the ball just won't go in the net. I felt like the first goal was always going to be important. I know that Solihull have led in 11 of their games and held on to leads in 11 of their games. I think they went behind twice, York City and opening day against someone, and I was always mindful that they would feel buoyed and confident if they went 1-0 ahead. But other than the switch off for the first goal, which was costly, before that I don't think Lou was tested. I don't think he was troubled at all. He had to save a free kick first half, but the first goal gave them some belief, allowed them to defend low and together, and then it was always going to be difficult to try and reverse the flow of the game and the scoreline against a team that's been unbeaten thus far. But truthfully, I thought we created a number of really good chances that it's hard to accept that we didn't score tonight.
Is that a kind of this sort of the tail of the game, then sort of the opportunities at both ends of the pitch not taken from us, and they obviously take their 2 really good chances?
I think that's what it is. Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think they had far less chances than us tonight. They scored the first goal. As I say, there was a free kick first half that Lou had to save, and then second half there was a header from around a penalty spot that was straight at Lou, and he didn't have to do anything else. And yet we had really good chances that we created really well, and we didn't score. That is football at the end of the day. Sometimes you can overcomplicate games. Sometimes you can overcomplicate your thinking. I could go to town trying to analyse this game and figure out why we lost it, why we didn't win it. But putting it simply, that is probably what it is. We done more than enough to win the game. We definitely were good for a point. I think the stats will say we controlled and dominated and carved out multiple opportunities to try and get a goal, but it just wasn't to be tonight. Sometimes it's football. I would say we've shown a couple of moments of immaturity when at 0-0 and then when chasing the game, but that's normal for this squad and the profile of the squad. That is normal. I accept that. I know what that's like. And then the second goal is just a total switch off, which makes the game difficult to come back in. But the first goal is the key goal, and up until that point I thought it was all us, and then at 1-0 still all us. But I won't go too deep on this one. I don't think it's worth it, because I'll end up over scrutinising, and putting it quite simply, we had more than enough chances to win the game, and at the very, very minimum take a point.
A couple of changes to the starting lineup from Saturday's game, getting Max Taylor for his first start, and obviously bringing Hendo back in. What can you kind of tell us about those decisions to bring those back in? The schedule's just really busy, and mindful that you try and bring freshness. It's really tough. Max has been training well. George has been playing really well also, but it's hard to keep a really young boy in there all the time. So that seemed like a logical change to me. Bring Hendo's freshness in as well. I thought he'd get chances. He did. He got chances. I knew he would. On another day, he scores 1 or 2 there. So I felt like Hendo would get moments for us in and around the box, the 6-yard box, second 6-yard box. He did. And yeah, just that freshness to the squad. Really, we're a small squad. This is a really busy schedule, the busiest I've known. And it's challenged us, but it didn't challenge us that much tonight that we looked fatigued or anything else. We just didn't take our chances tonight, and Solihull took their fewer chances than we had. You missed Cameron John again tonight. What's kind of the latest on his injury?
Yeah, we lose Cam for 6 to 8 weeks. It's a shame, to be honest. Cam's been in good form, and he's been in a good place. mentally. And it's a shame to lose him at that moment. He's been giving everything for the team. He's like many of them out there. He's kind of epitomised the freshness of the attitude to this team. And again, that is one thing I will not criticise tonight. The fight was there throughout. Was there honest mistakes? Yeah, there was. But they tried. They pushed. They pushed and pushed. They kept running. They kept fighting. We tried to invade their box. We tried to get the ball in the back of the net. It just didn't go in tonight. But yeah, on Cam John, it's a shame. We lose him for 6 to 8 weeks now. So it is a loss.
And we know this team will do everything they can to bounce back on Saturday at Maidenhead.
100%, we will. There's not been a game thus far we haven't shown fight, so it's ingrained in us now. I think that was reflected in the fans' appreciation of that tonight. We went over to see them there at the end. They travelled in respectable numbers, which makes me really proud. They sung all night in what was a very quiet ground. It's odd atmosphere, to be honest. But our fans were brilliant. I'm sure our fans seen that fight, and they'll definitely see it again. It won't leave this team.